Dear students, welcome to another video tutorial on data structure and algorithm. And today's topic is linked list insertion. Myself Niladri Shekhar Pal, I am working as an assistant professor at Computer Science and Engineering Department at Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management under JIS Group. The college is situated at Baruipur. So there are three possibilities of inserting a node into a linked list. Okay. So these possibilities are insertion at the beginning of the list, insertion at the end of the list, and inserting a new node except the above mentioned position. That is not at the beginning, not at the end of the list. It's somewhere in the middle of any two nodes, or after any node and before any node. Okay. So we make a new node and points its next to the head of the existing list, okay, and then change the head of the newly added node. The steps of inserting at the beginning are following. At first we have to make a new node, then we will point the next of the new node to the head of the linked list, and next we will mark the new node as head. Okay, so as you can see that this is the node has been created P. The size of the P has been allocated dynamically, and P of data is the value and P of next is head. Okay, and the value of P will be returned. Okay, so the new node has been created. Okay, so there is another criteria or another aspect. When there is no node in the linked list, how will insert a node? Suppose the head is null now. Okay, so there is no node in the linked list, so this node is inserted. Okay, so this node has been inserted. Okay, at first there was no node, head was null, this node has been created and this address of this node has been copied here. So what are the steps? So create a new node, this node has been created. Okay, so connect the new node with the head. So we have to connect this node with the head. Okay, so what for that, what we will do, we just copy this address and paste here. Okay, okay, so there is another possibility. Suppose there are two nodes here. Okay, and head pointed to this node. Okay, so how we will now insert a node at the beginning? Suppose this node has been created 75, address is 300. Copy the head and paste in the next part of the new node. Okay, so we'll copy the head and paste it in the next part of the new node. Okay, so this is 100. This 100 has been copied and pasted in this null part. Okay, so now this 70, this node will direct to this node. Okay, and this node is direct to this node. Okay, and head is already linked with this. Okay, this connection yet not been established. So now we have to put the next part of the new node into head. Okay, so the new node will be connected. Okay, so now we'll insert the node at the end. So we first have to create a new node, then we will point the last node, okay, of the list to the new node, and we will copy the address of the new node and paste it on the next part of the last node of the list. Okay. So as you can see that. Okay, so this is the copy. Okay, 75. Okay, this is now here. Okay, at the end it's even insert. Okay, so this is the code. This is a function, and at the we will insert the node at the end. Okay, this is the P and Q. The two node has been created. P size has been allocated, and we will insert the value in the data part, and the next part will be null. Okay, and Q is the head basically. Okay, the value of head will be inserted to the Q. So while Q not equals to null, Q next not equal to null, we will shift the value of Q. Okay, and at the end Q of next will be P. Okay, so this is the code for example for insert a node after a node, okay, or before a node, but we will do here after a node. So as you can see that this is the linked list. We will insert a node after 25 and before 50. Okay, so we will create a new node, that is 75 has been created. So 75 will be inserted some here. Okay, so what are the next step? Copy the next part of the node after which we want to insert, that means this one. Okay, so the next part, this is 200, will be copied and paste it to the next part of the new node. So this 200 will be copied and pasted in the null position. Okay, as you can see that 200 has been copied. Okay? It is linked with this one. Okay? So after that, we will copy the address of the new node, okay, and paste it to the next part of the node after which we want to insert. Okay, so as you can see, this 300 has been copied and pasted here. Okay, so this is the link. Okay, so this is the example for insert a node after a node. Okay, so now we'll do a program how to insert a node, okay, at the beginning of a linked list. Okay, so let's do the program. So at first we will write the hash include. Okay, hash include st.h. Okay, this is the header file. Next hash include conio.h. Okay, this is the another header file. Okay, so at first we will globally declare the node. This is struct node int data. Okay, next the next part, that is struct node pointer next. Okay, so this is the head part. So void create list int n. This is a function for create a list. Okay, next void insert node at beginning. Okay, this is the data part. So void display list. Okay, this is the function for displaying the list. Okay, so now you have int main. Okay, so int comma data. So enter the number of nodes. Okay, how many nodes will be there? Okay, 5, 6, okay, 7. What will be there? We'll take it as a user input percentage d comma ampersand. Okay, so after taking the number of nodes, how many number of nodes will be in the linked list, we will call the create list function. Okay, to create the linked list. Okay, we will define these functions after the main function. Okay, so the link has been created. Okay, suppose we want to now display the list. Okay, so for that we will print it the display. Okay, slash n data in the list. Okay, for okay, for that we will call the display function. Display list. Okay. Next we will insert at the beginning. Okay. So at first we have to take which element we want to insert. First enter the element to be inserted at the beginning. Okay. System percentage d comma and percent data. Okay. Now we'll call the function insert node at beginning. So data will be processed. Okay, so the element has been inserted. Okay. So now we'll again display the list. Okay. So print it. So we display the list before inserting the element, and we'll again display the list after inserting the element. Okay. So the data in the list. So the display function will be called. So at last the return is 0. Okay. So now we will define the functions one by one. Okay. So at first we will define the function for create list. Okay. Okay. So we will first create a node, struct node, new node, thing. Okay. One is new node and another one is temp. Okay. Two node has been taken. Next int data. Next the head will be struct, here in the bracket it will be struct node pointer. Outside the list malloc. This is size of head equal null. Printf another to allocate memory. Okay. So the if part. Okay. If it is null, the else part we will create the list. Okay. So printf enter the data, which data we want to insert it in the node 1. So enter the data node 1. Okay. So there is, after that there is a scanf statement, percentage d. Okay. Within the double quotation the percentage d percent data. Okay. So the data of node 1 has been taken. head data will be data, and the head next will be null. Okay, at first every node will be null. Okay, after that we will connect it. Okay, so the temp will be head. Suppose I equals to 2, I less than equals to n, I plus plus. Okay, you can see that new node equals to struct node pointer. Okay, so the new node has been created. Malloc, this is size of struct node. So if new node equal null, we can say that printf unable to allocate memory. This is a break statement. Okay, so now in the else part, printf enter the data. Okay, enter the data of node percentage d. So the value of the I will be inserted. Scanf percentage d and percent data. Okay, so new node data will be data. New node next equals to null. So temp next equals to data. Okay, new node, sorry, new node next equals to null. Data equal to data, new node next equals to null. Okay, so temp next will be new node. Okay, and temp will be temp next. Okay, temp will be temp next. Okay, so this is the function for insert at the beginning. Okay, so just we'll do a single printf here, that is the linked list has been created. Okay, linked list has been, list message linked list has been created. So Next we will do the insert at beginning function. So void insert at, the function was insert node at beginning. Okay. So node will be struct node, new node. So new node will be struct point to, size of struct node. So if new node equal null, okay, you can say that printf unable to allocate memory. Okay, the else part will write as new node data equals to data, and new node next will be so head equals to new node. So we can say that printf data inserted successfully. This is the message. Okay. So this function has been completed. Now we'll write the function for display function. Okay. So display list. So variable struct node. Okay. So if head will check whether the list is empty or not. If head equals to null, we can say that printed list is empty. List is empty. Or in the else part, we will go through the list. Okay. Else part that is 10 equals to 8 while 10 not equals to printf data equals to percentage is the data type. So 10 equals to 10. So this is the function for displaying the list. Okay, so if you go through the program, this is the header file. At first, this is the basically global variable, node variable. Okay, so the node will consist of one data and one address. Okay, after that we declare the functions. There are three functions. First one is void create list. Okay, this is for to create the linked list. Okay, and the next one is insert node at beginning. Okay, so this is function is for inserting a node at the beginning, and the third one is displaying the list. Okay, this is the main function. At first we will take the nodes. Okay, how many nodes will be there. Then we will call the create list function. After that we will display the function. Next we will take the insert node at the beginning function. That means we will insert the element, and after that we will again display the list. Okay? So at first we will create the linked list, then we will display the list. After that again we will display the list. Okay. So at first we create the list, then we will display the list, then we will insert a node, then we will again display the list. Okay. So this is the function for void create list. Okay. So there are two nodes. One is new node, one is temp node. Okay. Two variables of node type. One is new node, one is temp. Okay. So if this is the head part. Okay. If head is equals to null. Okay. We will say that unable to allocate the memory. Okay. This is how the data will be inserted. Okay. In the linked list. Okay. So the linked list has been created. This is the insert at the beginning function. Okay. After that, this is the display function. Okay. Save the program. If we execute it, there is an error. Let's check what is the error is. There is an error which is point head equals to start node pointer malloc size of. Okay. So struct node. Okay. So let's run the program. So number of nodes. Suppose the number of node is 5. So we have to data not node 1. Suppose this is 10. Next one is 20. Third one is 30. Next one is 40. This 50. Okay. So the linked list has been created. As you can see that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So now we have to insert an event at the beginning. Okay. Before 10. Okay. Suppose it is 5. Okay. So you can see that the 5 has been inserted before it. Okay. So this is the program to insert an element. Okay. At the beginning. Okay. So hope you have understood the program. Okay, so this is the program for insert at the beginning. I will request you to try the other programs of linked list insertion, that is link insertion at the end or at the middle, okay, by yourself. If you have any doubt, any query, you can write on the comment section, okay. I will try to solve that. If you have liked my video, you can subscribe to my channel, okay, or you can visit www.facebook.com/digital classroom Niladripal and like my page. So students, thank you for now. See you in the next tutorial. Okay.